There are 25 million businesses in the United States that have no employees. The government calls these businesses non-employer businesses. The owners of these businesses could truly be called solopreneurs. So are you a solopreneur or an entrepreneur? Hello, everyone. I'm Michael Zeischer, and this is the 27th in a series of short videos designed to help solopreneurs and entrepreneurs succeed in their businesses. So with that, let us consider the first slide. The title of this presentation is Solopreneur versus Entrepreneur. And the question is there a practical difference between the two? So let us begin with the word preneur. Actually, there are three varieties of preneurs: intrapreneurs, solopreneurs, and entrepreneurs. An intrapreneur is someone who is working at somebody else's company, but they essentially have their own projects, and they can be rewarded by themselves should they succeed. As we have seen, a solopreneur is someone who is in business but has no employees. And an entrepreneur is someone who multiplies himself by the use of hiring talent in the form of employees. So let us consider the differences between a solopreneur and an entrepreneur. A solopreneur really could be called a one-arm band. They do everything from beginning to end. An entrepreneur, on the other hand, is more of a leader. The entrepreneur has a band, and they are the conductors of the band. They use talent in order to help them grow and succeed in their business. Another difference. So a solopreneur is essentially both a cook and a servant in his business. The solopreneur does everything by himself. The entrepreneur could be by himself, or very likely could have a co-founder that would have nearly equal authority to the original entrepreneur, again, to grow the business very fast and very successfully. One last big difference between a solopreneur and an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur's business is essentially a fixed size business. That is to say, it is a business that depends specifically on the owner. Whatever the owner can do anything more than the owner. An entrepreneur, on the other hand, looks at the business with their employees as a multiplier. The employees multiply the ability of the entrepreneur to do business. So those are the major differences between the solopreneur and an entrepreneur. Now, this is a fairly busy slide, so I'm going to spend a little bit of time on it. This is called the cash flow quadrant, and it was popularized by Kiyosaki. This is a slightly modified cash flow quadrant. On the left-hand side, on the top, what you see here are employees. Many people, whether they are professionals or not, are employees in an organization. At the bottom of the left, you have the solopreneurs. And notice that entrepreneurs obviously make a profit. The profit is called a salary. A solopreneur's profit is what the solopreneur can bring. Usually, a solopreneur might be able to make more money in their field of expertise than a regular employee. An employee goes into a company, that particular position has a top salary and a bottom salary, and the employee falls somewhere in there. A solopreneur has no limit as to how much money it can make, and that's why I have $2 signs. Now let's look at the top right. This is the entrepreneur. Now the entrepreneur has $3 signs because the entrepreneur is looking to multiply the business by hiring talent. And a biggie that an entrepreneur can do that an employee or a solopreneur cannot do. If this is your company, you can engage in mergers and acquisitions. This mergers and acquisitions can multiply, really multiply the amount of sales and the market penetration that any company can do. In fact, if you take a look at most of the successful companies, they have grown by mergers and acquisitions. I'm pretty sure that you know that to grow the sales of a company, you can either do it organically or you can do it by mergers and acquisitions. But mergers and acquisitions really can make a huge difference, and that's why I have $4 signs in it. One last thing at the bottom. Notice that I have divided the quadrant into two parts. On the left side, what I'm saying is that 95% of the population is either an employee or a solopreneur, and they have 5% of the wealth. Now look at the right-hand side. The entrepreneurs who have either grown organically or through mergers and acquisitions only represent 5% of the population, but they have 95% of the wealth. Now, I'm pretty sure that this is something that surprises you because it actually surprised me the first time I saw it. And I hope that this puts things into perspective regarding solopreneurs and entrepreneurs. Thank you. If you go to www.zeicherinstitute.com, you will see our webpage. We have 10 easy to follow recorded lectures complemented by hundreds of slides. If you purchase the online course, you will receive a complimentary copy of the complete transcript as a PDF. So you don't have to start writing anything. Everything about the course will be at your fingertips, thus allowing you to make a copy of the transcript. And in the website, you will find the entire lecture number 1 as a free gift, which is about 30 minutes in duration. So please do that, and I wish you the best of luck as an entrepreneur.